All right, folks. Hello, and welcome to the very first modern stream with Modern Horizons 2 cards. And by that, I mean not necessarily cards from Modern Horizons, but cards that were not legal in Modern that now are going to be legal in Modern because of Modern Horizons. And we're going to be starting off with one sort of a pet card of mine, which is Goblin Bombardment. One and a red, and you sacrifice a creature. It's an enchantment, and it deals 1 damage to any target. So, what does it combo with? Well, combos really well with Bloodgust. Comes back, you ping them. Gravecrawler, you basically can exchange every single black source for a Goblin Bombardment trigger. You also get Stitcher Suppliers that you can sacrifice, and you can mill your own cards. You can also do the trick of Tideholder Scholar. So the way that works is you cast your Scholar, and with the trigger on the stack, you sacrifice it to your Goblin Bombardment. And what that does is it allows you to the leave the battlefield trigger of the Scholar goes on the stack at that point, and then the exile the card from the hand trigger goes on the stack. So what happens is the card that you choose gets exiled forever instead of coming back whenever they deal with the Scholar. So that's a very interesting, very interesting synergy that happens there, and also works with Carrion Feeder, of course. And then I wanted to have some way to end the game, so I'm trying both Sulupur Cutthroat and Wayward Servant. So the upside of Servant is that obviously it beats down harder, like it's 2-2 versus 1-1, but this triggers whenever you're sacrificing your own Bloodgusts, which I think that can potentially be more important. Ideally, when you're sacrificing your entire board and using Rally, it just doesn't really matter whether you're triggering off of the sacrifice trigger when you sacrifice the stuff again, or whether you're triggering them off of the ETB trigger from the Servant. So what I want to do is I'm playing a couple of those, and a couple of Cutthroats and a couple of Wayward Servants, and I kind of want to see both of them in action, and I want to see what works and what doesn't. And then after I have a little bit more of a sample size and I can understand the pros and cons of both, I can go ahead and choose which one I like better. The final piece of the puzzle are the 2 card advantage engines, one of them being Crypt Breaker, the other one being Undead Ogre. Of course, Ogre works really well with Bombardment and with Carrion Feeder as well. All of these numbers are very up in the air. Let me just throw that. Let me just let you know about that. All of these numbers are pretty up in there. I'm not sure what I like and what I don't like. I don't know if I should be playing Rally the Ancestors at all. Like, there's a possibility that I just shouldn't be playing this card whatsoever. There's a possibility that I should be playing 4 copies of Bombardment. There's a possibility that I should be playing stuff like that steals the opponent's creatures, so that we can sacrifice it, act of treason effects. Most importantly, claim the Firstborn. That's the one that costs only a single mana. And then there are a couple of different ways that we can go in terms of how to round up the main deck. What I'm doing here is I'm going kind of all straightforward towards my plan. But there's the possibility of playing, Thoughtseize in the main, or Fatal Pushes in the main, Collective Brutalities. Like, there's very many different ways of putting together this deck. So this is gonna be a fun little experimentation process, and these are my very first matches with the deck. So we're gonna see how things work out. If you enjoyed the content, of course, make sure you hit that follow button, and I will see you for round number 1. Alright, round number 1, reveal the Cat Nightmare, and yeah, sure, keep this. We're gonna go Gravecrawler on 1. Yo, how's it going, Sam? Long time no see. I'm definitely gonna start with Gravecrawler because this swings for 2, which is twice as much as this one. They're probably gonna shuffle that away, but Just go Bombardment. Also, right there, first cost, right? Like now, I messed that up. Like I should have gotten Godless Shrine there instead of playing the Sacred Foundry, because that's one non-black mana. That's one non-black mana, and non-black mana sucks for me. Because that means that I can't get value from replaying my Gravecrawlers. Which sucks. My opponent says, wow, Goblin Bombardment. Indeed. My opponent's telling me how excited they are also about the fact that I just played a Goblin Bombardment against them. Everybody's excited that I just cast a Goblin Bombardment there. Here comes 2 damage. Nothing? Okay, how about this one? I missed the point of damage because of putting this stupid thing. Definitely a big punt. Definitely a big punt there. Of course, getting punished. Getting punished with inexperience with the archetype, which is obviously it is to be expected, right? Huh. Interesting that they would attempt to path that thing. It's pretty risky here. If I sacrifice both things, if I sacrifice one thing, like I can technically replay it, but if my opponent has another path, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Because I sacrifice one and I only have one zombie. So I think I'm just going to do this and just pass the turn. What's my current favorite amulet list? Depends on the meta. Right now I want to beat Prowess, so I would play the house version. Opt. Really trying to set up that terminus, are we, huh? Swing. Path that. How about I sacrifice that? The amount of value I've gotten from this card so far is just, it's kind of insane. If this resolves, I'm just going to sacrifice Bombardment in response. Sweet. That was neat. Let's go with some thought seizes. So everything that grinds I want. Holy crap, my entire deck just grinds. The entire deck is just insane. This Sacred Foundry is looking really, really bad. So first change to the mana base, I would cut the Sacred Foundry probably for the black-white duel. The version of Black Clay Cliffs, I guess, the black-white. Because I have 2 Godless Shrine, 2 Blood Crypts. And I have 1 Plains, but yeah, the Sacred Foundry is looking really bad, especially because I have the 1 Plains. I don't think I wanna trim Crawler. Like, I definitely don't want to trim this thing. Haste is a big deal. Tide Hauler is great. This is probably the best, the worst one. Bombardment sounds really good. Undead Ogre sounds great. Crypt Breaker sounds great. It's gonna cut his supplier, I think. There's an argument for cutting like a land even on the draw. This deck is just busted, isn't it? We even get to like bubble myself here. And if I like what I see, a Scholar? Yeah, sign me up for that one. Sign me up for that one. First things first. Now, I don't think I want a Bombardment just yet. I could double Sombo. What happens if I double Sombo? No, I think I'm gonna double Sombo. It's bad against the sweeper, but I think it's fine. Oh, we still have Rally, right? Omen of the Sea. Actually, oddly enough, Sacred Foundry is exactly the land that I would want here. Awkward. So maybe we just have to play Sacred Foundry, unfortunately. Wi-Fi's dying, so you gotta go. That's good. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, always a pleasure to have you here. Let's go with this card. Spell Snare. You got it. I guess I could have sacrificed one of these to grow Carrion Feeder for one. Is that even good? I'm not fetching yet because I still don't know whether I want to deploy the Bombardment or I want more black sources to replay Gravecaller a bunch. Or mana is a little bit awkward. Or mana is just slightly awkward. Verdict? Yeah. No need to sack anything, I guess, so. Throw it all in the trash can. That simplifies things. So, Blood Crypt. Godless Shrine. Discard. 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 Here we go. Nice verdict. Sure. It's kind of annoying. How is the deck been so far? This is my exact first game with it, so I have no idea. Would love for it to be good. Yep, same here. Sweet deck, I think. My zombie. My zombie. We can ping them for a bunch. I think I want to ping them for a bunch. I could put Lurrus in hand, but like having the rally in hand already, it just feels like that's just better. My opponent's saying that the deck is awesome, and I would have to agree. I would be inclined to agree that this deck is indeed awesome. Jace. Off-center Jace, the most powerful of all the Jaces. Look at how off-center he is. Opponent just gives me the GGs. Jeez, okay. This deck slaps, man. This deck slaps. This is awesome. This is such a great card. Holy crap. Counter spell my Gravecrawler. I like my opponent's style. I like your style. Counter spell. Counter spell your Gravecrawler. GG's opponent. That was sick. Welcome to round number 2. Perfect deck is perfect. Perfect deck is perfect. Prowess. Yep. Seems tough to beat-ish. Undead Ogre. I don't think we can really afford to get that one. It's pretty bad. Ooh, we milled Ghast. We also made the Gravecrawler. Alright, alright. Rally? Talk to me. Please resolve. So if we draw a land, I think we can be in okay shape here. If we don't draw a land, we're gonna be in trouble. If we don't draw a land, we're gonna be in trouble. Lava Dart, my dude, probably. Paint your face. That's a rough land. So we can play Bloody G, we can sack it, we can get it back with Silent Clearing. That's another ping. We can get 2 Bloodghasts here. Yes. Yes. Kill that. I guess I should have played my Gravecrawler before doing this. Yeah, I fucked this up. I fucked this up. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of damage that is not going to my face, so... Could have been worse, I guess. It's a lot of damage that's not going to my face. On this coming turn, we can play Servant, and then we can play... Man, I really wish we found a lot of fetch lands. Ugh. We're just gonna get Prowess here. That would suck. Okay. Man, land would have been ideal. Can I play Servant? If I play Servant... I can start to dig myself out of this hole if I dodge one turn. So I'm going to try. Let's do this right now. Don't do it. Don't draw that lightning bolt. Just gotta dodge bolt one turn. Chat? Is this doing it, chat? Is this doing it, chat? Can we lethal them? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't lethal them. Unfortunate. So I'm just gonna kill their Soul Scar. I'm gonna kill them next turn anyway, so I want to not just randomly die to a Swift Spear. That was sick! We got like infinite damaging ourselves lands, and it just didn't matter because the Goblin Bombardment allowed me to kill all of my opponent's things. That was awesome. I loved every tiny little bit of what just happened. Every tiny bit of what just happened was delightful. So let's cut those Crypt Breakers. Probably a couple of Undead Ogres, and kind of feels like Rally is going to be the way that I win this game 2 and 3. Didn't even need the Lurrus. Eesh. I don't think we can keep this one. We can keep this one though. We can certainly keep this one. So what do we ship to the bottom? The push? There's no way we ship the push, right? Ship Scholar. Scholar is our zombie to enable our synergies though. We can also just ship our land. I'm not excited about shipping a land though. This is hard. This is hard. I guess I just have to ship a land and hope that I find another one. But I'm gonna need all of my spells, I think. Sweet. Here's a Gravecrawler. Metamorphose into a Stormwing. It's tough. It's really tough. I think we're going Scholar here. Opponent's gonna get to Scry. Bottom top. Steel seems necessary to do it right now. We're taking a lot of damage for more mana. Sticky Bolt. Don't really care about the Sprite Dragon because we have the push. It's not that big of a deal. So they're gonna get to Lava Dart and Flashback, which sucks. This card is messed up. I guess they also get to trigger Tor mods for trigger for free with Tor mods, which is brutal. It's a lot of damage. Last card in hand is a bolt. Jesus. This plane is looking bad. This plane is looking really bad. So we can Goblin Bombardment. What do I need? What do I need to not lose? Oddly enough, this Undead Ogre is gonna kill me. It's a bolt. Do you have any spell? Feeder, sack. They also have the crypt. Yeah, we're dead. Guess we can force them to. This card's messed up. Oh boy, needs to sack Tormod's Crypt right now. They don't. We literally cannot play this Undead Ogre, because if it dies, we lose. Because we draw off of it. Aw, oh, damn it! Try this again. I'm not feeling the Undead Ogres. Gonna go with Creep Breakers. Let's go with Brutality. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay. Again, we're gonna take a ton of damage. Gonna take a ton of damage. Blood gas is good stuff. Free bloody G is good stuff. We want more lands. That's what we're looking for here. Good. Oh no, I had to play the other one. Oh, yikes. Whoops. Summon to drain. I think I'm just 3-moding this bad boy, huh? Let's do this actually. Well, good thing I didn't do the thing. It's a lot of stuff. I think I'd rather have the 1/1 so I can get value from the bombardment. I messed it up though. I definitely messed it up with the land that I played. Oh, of course, my opponent immediately finds the land. Immediately finds the land, of course. Black Lake Cliffs would be great. Brutal. We probably just have to take the iteration here. Of course. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I don't know what I was expecting. Of course! Metamorphosis on top of the deck. Like, what else would it be there? What else could be on top of the deck, Chad, right? Of course. Of course. That's funny. That's really, really funny. Taking our chump block. Mutagenic growth. Sounds good. So we have to find a push, I guess? No, land. Okay. So we swing for 6. 6, drain for 2, 7, 8, and then we play bombardment and we kill them. This is lethal. That's so sick. Wow. Boop. Boop. Drain you? Best deck in the format? Yes, Goblin Bombardment. That's what I have to tell you. Easy clap. See you for the next round. Welcome to our number 3. 2-0 with Zombardment. Starting off strong. Guess I'm gonna keep this, sure. Basic planes, either file. Rough. There's a Gravecrawler on top. Sure. As we call value. I will meal my Gravecrawler, thank you very much. Feels value, man. Feels value. More Gravecrawlers. Opponent is what we call in the business a taxes gamer. Oh, I guess I messed up the sequencing. I should have gone first supplier because I may melee Bloodghast. Yeah, that was bad. Probably not going to matter, but it could have. Just gonna drop a couple of Gravecrawlers because they represent more damage. Pre-orders are up. What do I order now before it spikes? Rhinos. Order Rhinos. Skyclave Apparition. Gross. It's pretty good. Swing 2. Man, I make so much content, my friend. Like you can check out the Titan Talk podcast. We talk a lot about it. I've made multiple videos about it. Like it's I don't think there's that many cars, but I'm not gonna like discuss them here. I think Endurance is good, and I think Ursa Saga is good. That's it. Oh, there's the Strictly Better Rex Age. Strictly Better Rex Age is also good. If I attack with this, well, that sucks for me. that one really sucks for me. So if I attack with this, I can make this into a 5/5. Seems good, I guess. The card with infinitely long name, probably not worth $3 now. My opponent's got good real estate over there. I want good real estate. I would like some good real estate. No! Damn it. I mean, I am one... I think I am exactly one thing away from winning here. So I'm gonna try to draw into it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, wow, that's such a big mistake. That's a huge mistake. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I've made a huge mistake.
I think Titania is gonna be good in Reclaimer, bad in Amulet. Can we combo kill them here? If they attempt to go squatter me... I probably can't not use my mana, huh? So I'm just gonna do this. Which, by the way, would be better as a Solibor Cutthroat. This probably seals the deal for me, actually. Just need some lands. We are in need of some lands because this rally can just get back the entire board plus graveyard. Why didn't I play Wobble? Because there's this card in play that's called Archon of Emeria. It has some text, which is relevant to what's going on right now in this game. Annoying. Why you're trying to play and hope the opponent doesn't see it? Interesting strategy. I hadn't thought about that. Man, we're really not finding lands here. So I think Karen Feeder is going to continue getting in there, I guess. What are you getting that hand, opponent? Let's take a peek. Path my other guy. I think I'm getting a basic here. Like I really need a land. Plains. Okay. So we're missing one land. Oh, they're showing their hand. Okay. So all we need is a land now. Oh, that's so good for me. I just YOLO here. Taking only one tax. We're gonna get Sulap or Cutthroat. I think I just YOLO here. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus everything that I mill. So we're gonna sack here. Mill 2. Sack here. Mill Servant. Sack here. Sack here. I think we're gonna get to combo kill them here. Because we mailed the Wayward Servant, so it's gonna trigger a bunch, then we're gonna suck a bunch of things. X equals 2, baby. Let's go! Let's go! Triggers! I announce my triggers! I announce triggers! Is there a video version of Titan Talk? No. We are on Spotify and I forget. SoundCloud. I don't think Rally is gonna be good. I think this is gonna be good though. We have no answers to rest in peace. We're learning. We are learning, so I know that I want to feed the stuff. Feed the swarm. I guess Wayward Servant gets around Rest in Peace while Cutthroat does not. So that's one reason why this is better than this. I guess we also have no answers to artifacts. Though we probably don't care about artifacts as much, to be honest. Zwing. They kept that hand? I'm taking the Prince there because it effectively forces the path. Because like otherwise my opponent has literally nothing to do with their turn, so... They are ramping me now, which is obviously great for me. They should probably upkeep Vial so they can scry. Because their hand is just doesn't do anything at all. Maybe that's what they're considering. What do you think about Giraffe's Messenger? Well, I mean, I can't play it. Please don't mill the basic, please don't mill the basic, please don't mill the basic. Yes. I bottom twice. Ugh. Our mana is kind of in rough shape. Not particularly ecstatic about our mana situation. I am happy about the fact that their hand doesn't do anything though. I think I'm gonna sack this so I can draw. Precisely because of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do I think Dam is worth 15 bucks? I don't know, probably. Stoneforge is not bad for them. Mole. I imagine they're gonna throw in there the skull first. We can discard Bloodghast to make a zombie. And then we can get it back. That's pretty sick. I like that. That's fun. We do get to draw a card here on end step. That Batter Skull is really scary though. Sure. Sack itself to draw another card. I guess I should have done this first. I mean, we are getting raised by the Batter Skull, though. I don't know how we're gonna beat that. I mean, Fatal Push is how we beat that, so I guess that's that. We do get to draw a card on end step. Sacred Founder is gone, so we only have one more fetchable. Batter Skull is hella scary. Teacher, Supplier. We don't have enough as is. Yep. It's a big Batter Skull. We do have outs to this. So I'm gonna fetch first, put it into play tapped. Then I'm gonna draw a card, then we get to untap, and we hopefully get to do more drawing cards and stuff. What is this for 3 mana? Archon. That's not it. That's rough. So I guess at this point, because of the Undead Ogre, we actually can't do anything anymore. Brutal. We really need to push there. It always feels like Bombardment is the best card. Aaron coming back for 32 months. I don't know about you, but you're feeling 32. I am feeling 32 as well, Aaron. Thank you so much for the continued support. Really appreciate it. Also, this deck is gas. There we go. That's a hand. Oh, you're actually turning 32? That's awesome. Is push better than dismember this gel? No idea, my friend. I have played exactly 2 matches. This is match number 3 with this archetype, so my knowledge is fairly limited. Turn 1 Vial, of course. Why would anybody ever not have turn 1 Vial, if you think about it, right? Interesting. I'm playing Wayward Servant because I want to play Tidehollow Scholar next turn. Because I want to take their apparition. #31st birthday is in 2 weeks. Nice. Good stuff. Can we draw a 1-drop? Like, drawing a 1-drop would be great. Drawing a 1-drop would be very, very good. Apparition is probably the only card that I'm really scared of. Everything else we can beat thanks to the Bombardment. And I have not shown... I guess my opponent has seen Bombardment in my graveyard. Never mind. You've ordered some cards to make people sad. Were the cards you ordered ever not to make people sad? I think I'm gonna do the trick here. All border prime times were just to make you happy. All border prime times make everybody happy. So looking for a land here. Opponent's just shipping. Land would be great. Sure. Land would be great. If we untap, we're going to be looking pretty good. If we untap, we're going to be looking pretty good. Yeah, I probably don't want to sack. Like, we can get more value next turn. Ghost Water is scary. Too strong. 3-0, baby. Let's go. Welcome to round number 4. 3-0 so far. We are at least mean cashing this. 100% keep this. Stitcher supplier, sure. Oh, yeah, you're right. Forgot. Probably playing it against Shadow here. I think I'm gonna drop the Bombardment first. Place into stub, but I think that's fine because we have a second one. Unison with the Prime sub. Thank you for the fun content, man. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Unison. Appreciate it. Okay. Guess that's what's up. My opponent's playing some sort of... Oh, they're playing the BTL Spike deck. Gotcha. So I guess we're gonna serve with Gravecrawler. Then we're gonna Stitcher Supplier, because if we mill a Bloodghast, then we can get it back for free. No such luck. Get another force opponent. No force. And now we rub our hands together. And now we proceed to rub our hands together. They have to counter this. They don't. Okay. They draw 2. Seems fine. Land. Pog. Is this amazing? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, this is indeed amazing. In case you have not figured that out just yet, yes, this is indeed amazing. If you were wondering. Cryptic draw. Sounds good. Oh no, I forgot to. Oh, I had to draw a card. Whoops. My bad, chat. I guess we're gonna have to draw more cards in a different fashion. Drain ya. Ping ya. Draw a card. Land. Play this guy again. Drain ya. Play my land. Say go. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. Glad we cleared that out, opponent. Glad that we managed to clear that out. Is it me, or the more that I play this deck, the more that I like it? Do you think Cascade deck 0 mana cards could be playable in a new format? I was thinking 3-drop Cascades like Shardless and using Evoke spells and Bone Crusher and Brace and Burrow as 2-drops that can't be hit by Cascade. Yeah. I think that's going to be a good deck in the format. Just Cascading into Rhinos, I think it's going to be really powerful. Here's my cat. Opponents got their own cat. Cat mirror match. Can I keep this hand? There's no way I can keep this one lander, right? This is a lot better, sweet. So many bubbles. Bubbles. Bubbles everywhere. Bubbles everywhere. I think I'm actually gonna vote myself here. Bloodstained Mire. Can do Blood Crypt. I'm gonna have so much fun tuning this deck. I'm gonna have so much fun tuning this deck. Just gonna throw this Bloodghast under the bus. If you want to counter it, go ahead. Shock. So they probably have Archmage's Charm over there. They're drawing Damnation. Interesting. Well. Here goes 2 damage. Or not. That is. Why are you playing? Yeah, all of these exchanges are just so good for me. All of these exchanges are just so good for me. Lurrus could be a cat zombie with Pet Cemetery being a classic and all. What's up, Flash Panda? How's it going? Swing for 2. You got nothing for me? Okay, here's a Goblin Bombardment. You know what? I think I'm just gonna Bloodghast here. With my opponent missing land drops. Well, Titania in Amulet is just bad, so no. But I have brewed some Amulet versions, and I have brewed some Titania decks as well. Not both together, because that's just a bad idea, but... Fetch land, please. That's such a good top deck. Trigger on the stack, I'm gonna sack the Bombardment. So that we get to exile the Damnation forever and we get to draw a card. No damnation for you, opponent. I could force my opponent to crack the spell bomb. Doesn't seem great. Particularly because my opponent is in cryptic flash already. I could play Lure. I think I'm gonna put Lurrus in hand, which is bad for. It's bad for Bloodghast, but I think that just having like if they now tapped for cryptic, then we can just cast Lurrus and we can get back Scholar unless they sack something. I think my opponent doesn't know that Mana Leak is legal in the format. Oh, come on, really? You stop like that? Brutal. that's a good one. Sure. Suck Spellbomb for no value. So here we can do something funny, like we can play Gravecrawler, ping them for 1, and then we can play back Gravecrawler with Lurrus. And now they can't decay my Lurrus. I think they're just dead, right? If they decay Lurrus, I guess they could have found exactly either a Snapcaster Mage or another removal spell. That's exactly Fatal Push, actually. Because another decay doesn't do anything. And if they cryptic tap, they just lose to me just pinging them 3 times with Goblin Bombardment. This card is no joke. This card is no joke. This card is no joke. See you for the last round. Well, for the 5-0. The ultimate end boss. Playing against Aspiring Spike. The legend himself. Sounds great. This is awesome. This is the best possible way to end this stream. Alright, Spike, what do you got for me? Stomping Ground. Okay. Let's bubble myself. Rally. Rally. Yeah, I don't think I want Rally, actually. Yeah, I don't think I want Rally. Well, I guess Rally would have been better than a land. That sucks. That also sucks. Yeah. So I imagine that he's gonna... Yeah, it's pretty rough to flood here. He probably has, yep, Bone Crusher too. So none of this really matters. Gonna take the Bone Crusher. Like, his hand is just perfect. So yep. Yeah, this I think is gonna be one of the best decks in the format. This is just insanely powerful. 10 power for 3 mana is just way too much. Swamp, yeah, we also flooded. Yeah, I don't think that we can win this game anymore. Okay, Thoughtseizes seem good. Potentially Brutalities. Nah, Brutality's bad. I definitely want the Thoughtseizes though. The rallies are kind of awkward, and they also super warp my mana, so I'm definitely going to be trying a different version of this deck where I'm just not playing the rallies at all. Damp Sphere for Cascade, I don't think that that's a battle that I can fight. Like, I'm delaying him by 1 turn. It's just not worth a card. I guess 2 turns. No, 1 turn. Yeah, yeah, that's just really bad. Damping Sphere is just so bad against that deck. What's up, Ghost Region? Yeah, I think I'm gonna need more disruption for this kind of matchup, because Spike is crushing with a brew. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like that's the place to go. How do you hate out Spike's deck, right? Rule of Law. Yeah, multi 5. Chalice. Sure. Keep. Bottom that. Bottom that. No, I can't bottom that. So I guess I have to bottom these and that, and I have to take 1,000,000 damage. Brutal. I think that Damping Sphere. I think that Damping Sphere is even worse than you think. It's even worse than I think, I mean. Void Mirror. Sure. I guess I'd rather Thoughtseize. And if he has two things, like we're just dead, like we can't do anything, but sure. Take Borrower. Explodia with the Prime sub. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to the Prime Time Stronghold. Yeah, we lose. We can't beat this. Our 1-1 on a multi 5 is not good enough to beat that. Alright. GG Spike. Okay, so that was a really good first run with the deck. I think what I want to do is I want to make a new copy of this. And we want to cut the rallies. That is going to leave our mana base breathe a lot better. Also, I'm honestly not sure which one of these or these is better. Crypt Breaker was legit, so I kind of want to have one more copy of that. Oh, I guess alternatively, we could have some Thoughtseizes or removal in the main deck. That should free some sideboard slots, which is nice. I don't think I want more than 4 of this effect, particularly. Yeah, I guess that now that I'm not playing the rallies, we can do the other guy, Sulaport. Now that we're not playing the rallies, then the Wayward Servants seem a lot worse, so we can just go for some Cutthroat. Oh, we have the Old Border ones. Let's do that. So some Thoughtseizes. We could play some Brutalities too. Also, this makes the mana base a lot cleaner. We can play maybe one more basic Swamp because we don't need that many planes. We can cut the Sacred Foundry that was super awkward multiple times. Yeah, we went 4-1, we lost to Spike. In what seemed like an unwinnable matchup. Damping Sphere spell. So we want Feed the Swarm. Couple of copies of this one. What did we also say? Oh, something to blow up artifacts. If we wanted to blow up artifacts, where's the best place to go? Fracture? No. I don't like that. Because we can do better for artifacts, right? We can have access to 2-for-1s for artifacts. The White Beast within. I was honestly thinking Call Against Command style cards. I mean, realistically, I was thinking Ancient. I was thinking Ancient Grudge, but obviously Ancient Grudge doesn't work. So, is there something like that? Shattering Spree. I don't think Spree is gonna work when we have a very limited amount of red sources. I kind of do like Call Against Command though. Yeah, maybe Fracture is worth testing, I guess. I really dislike the fact that it forces me to fetch for white sources, particularly when, you know, one of the things that I'm gonna. I mean, I guess that's unavoidable, right? That's kind of unavoidable. Ooh, Wear Tear. Now we're talking. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of card that I was thinking of. Thank you, thank you. Why no Grief? Do you have copies of Grief? Also, why would you play Grief in a deck that can play Lurrus? Fracture with Ashiok. I don't think I care about Ashiok too much. We go super wide. Also, like, Goblin Bombardment answers Ashiok just fine. I'm not too worried about Ashiok. I don't think I care too much about Planeswalkers, honestly. Wear Tear I do like. This is exactly the card that I was thinking about, so I think I'm gonna try like a couple of those. Maybe K Command is just bad. Is Fracture better than Feed the Swarm though? Actually, might be. It actually might be. How do we like this? How good are we for the Graveyard Mirror? We're probably not very good in the Graveyard Mirror, huh? So maybe we need a 4th Spell Bomb? We can also play the Broken 2-drop. But the issue that I have with the Broken 2-drop is that it doesn't really have any other synergies with what we got going on. I think the Cutthroat this week, it's possible, but I want to try it. Like, it was good in the league that we played. You could run Brutality there. Brutality seems a lot weaker than Cutthroat. The problem is that you're giving me a bunch of options that I don't care for. Like, I don't care about Bone Shards. Like, I don't care about answering creatures. Like, I have Goblin Bombardment and a bunch of dudes that come back over and over again. Like, this deck answers creatures. Like, I don't need Bone Shards to answer creatures. When are we going to see some Titania builds? When I want to play them. Which is probably going to be tomorrow or the day after. Just need to get the cards. Undead Ogre by replacing with Seki build your own Yawgmoth. Yeah, that's how it felt, Tarmagoofy. Bob. Again, you're giving me answers to problems that I don't have, Knucklepuck. You're just giving me cards that are good against like what I'm already good at doing. Like you're just throwing cards now. I'm trying to answer the deck's problems. The deck's problems are not creatures. The deck's problem is not drawing cards. The deck's problem is, you know, getting comboed out by a freaking Shardless agent, I guess. Or like getting outvalued. But getting outvalued not in a grindy way. Like we can grind better. But we struggle when somebody does something really big really quickly, right? That is what brings us problems. So, like Dredge could be a problem. They do something really big really quickly. But if we get to the mid to late game, we can probably outgrind Dredge fairly easily. Same against like the Spike deck. I feel like if we can make it to like turn 5 or 6, we can probably stabilize fairly well. But the problem is that he's always going to put 10 power into play on turn 3, so we cannot beat that. What happened to the one that we were playing that said draw 2 cards, you have an empty hand? It was not very good. It was a different deck too. Undead Ogre is just so much better in this deck. Is Ursa Saga? Ursa Saga is impossible to get an MTGO. Actually impossible. That's the only reason why I'm not playing Amulet today. Yes, I would like to be playing Amulet as well. Unfortunately, getting the cards that I need is actually impossible. So, you're gonna have to hang in there. Rosmarian was playing Claim the Firstborn. What does that even do? Like, it steals a Death Shadow? It steals one of the 2 Rhinos? Doesn't seem very good. Andrea with a 23 months tier 1 subscription. Welcome back, Andrea. Happy sub anniversary. Beautiful. I love you, man. Thank you for that. We want Amulet? Yeah, me too. Like, what do you want me to do? If you want to give me the cards... Yeah, I know that in the sideboard, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it's a way to answer big creatures. It steals the insane graveyard guy. Yeah, I could also just play the graveyard guide myself. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not trying to look for like narrow scenario things. I'm trying to figure out if I can just put good cards in my deck. Like if there's any good cards that I could be putting in my deck that I'm missing. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. This seems like a strong shell. Like this is doing something very powerful, right? Again, guys, you're like, I don't need that. Like, I don't need to draw cards. Like, I already have enough. Like, Undead Ogre and Lurrus give me all the cards that I could need. Like, that's not a problem. Like, Village Rites seems completely unnecessary in this deck. Oh, I was looking for... No. I'm looking for... Just open all your chests and didn't get any of the news. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's impossible to get the cards right now. So I just don't stress too much about it. Like tomorrow, I mean, don't be surprised if tomorrow I'm just drafting the set because I want to get access to the cards. So I'm just gonna be drafting them. But like opening chests is just a waste of value. And like it's just 1 or 2 days and then we can play all the stuff that we want. But I mean, I guess technically I could just play some Titania Brews just if I get access to Yavimaya, but it's just really frustrating all the time, like people coming over and I'm playing this deck because I have the cards for it, and then people are... And not only that, but just we go 4-1 losing in the finals to Spike's completely busted deck, and everybody's just like, oh, why aren't we doing X? It's just like, I mean, I almost want to throw something at the screen, you know what I'm saying? It's just you're just rubbing it in my face when like I know like I am in the same spot than you are, so it's just frustrating. And I understand that people don't think of that, like they're not doing it maliciously, they're just like trying to be funny or something like that, but it just adds to my frustration. Would Rule of Law mess the deck too much? Yes, it would. I don't think we can play Rule of Law, unfortunately. I feel like we can probably not ever beat the Shardless Agent deck, right? So we probably want to ignore it and we're going to try to do something else. Because it's not like we can play Chalice, right? We could play Void Snare. Or Void Mirror, like whatever that is. The problem with playing Void Mirror is like my opponent just bounces this with a Borrower and then just they go off. So like it just doesn't work. Like permanent based hate just doesn't really work. This Chalice not actually stop the scale. It does, but like I'm playing Chalice specifically for that. Because I cannot play Chalice on 1 and I cannot play Chalice on 2. So if I would play Chalice in my sideboard, it would be specifically to put it on 0, which seems just really bad. Just not worth a card. Croxa is an option. Again, Croxa doesn't do anything for me. You don't like Rally? It was okay, but it really pushes your mana in a way that I don't think the deck can easily support. Not to be done, but you put a lot of thought into this deck right now when the meta is about to be warped beyond belief. Should we maybe wait until the shakeup at least starts before we go too deep? I mean, I am changing, like this is potentially changing the meta as we speak, right? What tells you that this is not one of the big decks in the metagame? I don't know. It could be. If I don't work on it, it's not gonna be. If I work on it and I find something good, maybe it can be. I mean, you're talking to the person that has spent time working on trying to tune Astral Ren, right? Like clearly. Clearly, how I allocate my time working on brews is questionable. Anyway. I'm not gonna play another league. I have to go. This card is really bad though. I really don't want to play this card. I really don't want to play this card in my sideboard. This is an embarrassing card. So I really wish that I have access to something else. But in all honesty, I just think that any Cascade deck is just going to be bad. Like I don't think we're gonna be able to beat any Cascade deck ever, kind of by design, because they go over the top way too quickly. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it until the very last moment with that nail biter last match, even though it wasn't really a nail biter, but it was fun. Like this deck is pretty sweet. This deck is pretty sweet. We played some pretty good matches, and a lot of them were very close. We managed to do some pretty impressive stuff. So yeah, you can expect to see me playing some more of this deck in the near future, because I did have a lot of fun. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.